my favorite stop every year on the road to WrestleMania. My WrestleMania. It's my WrestleMania. It's Elimination Chamber. Blow up confetti for Elimination Chamber. Just random confetti for Elimination Chamber.
Eliminate me.
It's called a pro. You're gonna have to learn how to do it. So go ahead.
Hell yeah, Elimination Chamber 2026.
No, I said, are you ready?
That was good. I'm glad you finally decided to pull that giant stick out of your butt and have some fun for once in your life.
You're uneducated marks. You sit there on your phones, tweeting out your opinions like they're worth a damn. Let me explain something to you people. You don't know shit.
This is legendary ring announcer Tony Chimel, and you are now watching the Wrestling in the Middle podcast. It's gonna be a super show.
Speaking of Elimination Chambers, I need to correct something that happened last week when we released our ranking episode, when we listed and ranked every single Elimination Chamber match over the course of one weekend, mind you. I can never stress that enough. I did it over the course of one weekend. But while we're listing all those many chambers, we left off number 8, and it's actually a personal favorite chamber of mine. So it kind of rubbed me the wrong way when I realized that in editing I had left this one off. It was the 2019 Elimination Chamber for the WWE title during my favorite Daniel Bryan run, the Eco Nut WWE Championship run.
Wow.
God.
Great chamber. Had Bryan, Samoa Joe, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston, and AJ Styles. It was a solid one.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was like right before I came back and started watching again. But damn, I should have watched that one.
Oh, man.
Belt.
What I would have done to just be there in the arena live for that one. All right, now this year's chamber. We're going to get into this.
All right, let's get to it.
Get into it. I'm going to open it up with a tweet. I sent this out before the show. The women honestly have a better chamber every year. They should be the main event Elimination Chamber, and I'll stand on that.
All day, clocked it.
Yeah, we'll see if we agree this year, but I mean, normally they do, yeah.
Yeah, the last 2 years at least. Actually, no, I'll even say the last 3 years. For the whole time we've been covering this show, for sure, the women's one has outdone the men's one, and they've shown out. So I felt like going into this pay-per-view, I would have enjoyed to have the women placed in there, because that was the one I was anticipating to be the best, at least in anticipation's sake.
Yeah,
and I had the expectation of it for sure. I was like, it's been notoriously better than the men's in the last few years. So, I mean, I still agree with it, and I still agree with it tonight. Either
way, that's not what happened, and we're opening up the pay-per-view with the women's chamber as always.
Wow.
And as expected, no surprise, Rhea Ripley wins the women's elimination chamber this year.
Yeah,
Bloody Ripley.
I think at some point I was almost convinced that Tiffany was going to win it, but it was a toss-up between the two for sure. Yeah.
There was Tiffany starting it off and then like hanging in there, and it just kept getting closer and closer to the end, and I thought, man, maybe it is going to be Tiffany. But in my head, I just kept thinking, Tiffany and Jade in their past matches, in their past singles matches, have not had great chemistry together. So I did not want to see them at WrestleMania like look bad with each other.
I think the other thing about that is like with the fact that Rhea and Io just lost the tag titles, so that was one of their tickets to WrestleMania.
Yeah, and now Rhea has carte blanche; they can push her to the moon again.
Yeah, and with Tiffany, I felt like they did everything with Jade and Tiffany they could do at SummerSlam to an extent for the moment. Mm-hmm. And while she was definitely a close second, it just, you could tell Rhea was the gal.
Yeah. The star power is just levels above.
It's the matchup, and we'll talk about it here in a second. I will dive into some of the finer points of this chamber, but it's the big matchup that we're expecting. We're like, okay, what haven't we seen that we can do at WrestleMania? Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill.
God Mommy versus Superhero, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. Storm versus
SummerSlam.
Come on, Living Day Girl. Let's get it. Like it's entertaining. It's what you want to see.
I had to put one in the SummerSlam swear jar.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
That's what I had to do. I had to emphasize a point.
I mean, yeah. You could have called it bloody. You could have used bloody, man. It's real bloody Ripley here. You could have used bloody.
You just made the list.
We started the chamber with Kiana James and Tiffany Stratton, which was the two solid women to start with.
Yeah, I kind of didn't expect Kiana to start it. Nor did I expect her to have as strong of a showing as she ended up having.
There's a lot of points in there I'll talk about, but Asuka comes in third and Alexa Bliss number 4, just to get those entrants in there. Yes, Kiana James breaking up pinfalls in the match was a bit cringy, I would say. It's her first time, we'll give her a break, but that's always like Elimination Chamber rule number 1. Why are you doing that?
I can kind of like, from a character point of view, it also doesn't make sense because she's supposed to, the brains. But again, newbie, I didn't know if she expected to be in this match maybe like 2-3 months ago, even like 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah. So kind of, maybe jitters, whatever.
I mean, I think nobody expects her to win. Realistically, nobody's thinking, oh, Kiana James is going to be an underdog victor. Like, she played her role. She's not ready for that spotlight yet.
No.
Far from it. So, she played her role. I think Asuka is a legend. Like, she came in there vicious and she used the mist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rhea came in 5th. Rhea did a lot of damage quick, as expected.
Yeah.
The first elimination came right off of what you just said. Alexa Bliss gets misted. Kiana James rolls her up for the pinfall. So Kiana James actually gets that first elimination. Just a little show of she's got something, man.
She's good. From her time in NXT, I saw she was good. I didn't think she would get pushed to the main roster ahead of who her dance partner at the time was, Fallon. Oh. I didn't think she would get pushed over Fallon. Nor did I think she would make it this far so fast. But it's that Royal Rumble showing from earlier in the year that really, I think, showed just what she can do and how people can get behind someone if they just show out. And she did that here, too. When she went after Asuka, as soon as Asuka's pot opened.
Oh, yeah, when she barreled into her.
I popped, man. I was like, oh my God, she is going for it.
Yeah.
And she looked great in the one-on-one with Tiffany in the beginning. Like those 5 minutes, she looked solid and she looked like a threat to Tiffany. Like Tiffany was
she was matching her strength and athleticism. It's like, wow. Again, I didn't think she would be here at this point in an Elimination Chamber so early I mean, it's hard to say early because she's been on the main roster for I think a year and a half, maybe even 2, but they didn't do anything with her for the first year.
And I think now she is doing the best with the opportunity she's being given.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Put in the spotlight, ahead of Julia. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Come on. So yeah, she's
because I feel like Julia already has so much spotlight to her own credential. They've given Julia a lot, and I know she's not in the world title picture like she will be one day, but her having the storylines she's had and the portion of the US title reigns that she's had both together, I feel like they needed to show Kiana James isn't just the side character here. There's some validity to her being around Julia.
Yeah, it really enhances both of them when they let.
Yeah, now it does, right?
Yeah. And I mean, on this subject, I've always been vocally sort of against this, and then I felt like tonight was a great sort of milestone proving point in the character that is Raquel Rodriguez, as far as how far she's come from.
Oh my God, yes.
I can recall the last Elimination Chamber episodes we've done talking about her performance and it just not holding up to the standard of the other women, and tonight was not the case. It was the exact opposite. In fact, she showed out immediately and eliminating 2 people at the same time as well.
Oh, the double pin, yeah.
Yeah, that's something that they don't just give everybody. They give you that when you're somebody.
I mean, she came in and also another person that's taking advantage of their opportunity. She looked bigger than Rhea Ripley. The way she manhandled her, the way she was just violent with all the other girls. She did a power bomb. She power bombed Rhea from the outside of the ring. Into the ring, and it looked so impactful. I was like, wow, that's great. She hung up Rhea Ripley from the cage. All the
Yeah.
power moves that she was pulling, man, it was just great. And I there was a moment where I said, man, I really want her to win. Like, I really want her to win. I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I said, I really want her to win. That would have been great. But hey,
I
she can only go up.
I think we have a lot of great women's like powerhouses now. Like everyone's coming into
Yeah.
their own, and it's kind of like I said, even Jade, she can have good matches and she can show out. Like
Yeah. Jordan Grace showing out now too.
Lash Legend just getting her first championship with Nia
yes,
Jax from Friday
Yeah.
night. So
And
that's
then
a
they're like the
big-
signings too. We're talking like locally, little Easter egg from down here in Texas. They're looking at Nikki Blackheart, who was like a major women's powerhouse as
Yep.
well. They got prospects.
oh yeah, like they have a lot of people in NXT or in Evolve that are gonna come
Right.
out and show out as well. Like
It's a division. It's a division.
WWE is really cranking out. Like they're really training and building great women, and
Mhm.
it's really great to see. Like it's just amazing.
And it's so much now that even on Raw or SmackDown, we're seeing 50-50 male female matches. So that's
Yeah, we actually had two women's matches on this card, which
Mhm.
I not gonna lie, I forgot the other women's match, and that's not their fault. It's
Wow.
we'll talk about it when it gets there. But
But back to Raquel, to circle it back around, I
Yeah.
feel like obviously everybody has some sort of room to where they can turn things up, improve, or whatever. I feel like what we see in the ring, again, huge milestone as far as like she's got something more than where she's been at. I still feel like personally, as far as who she is on screen and some of the things she says when she gets on the mic, can still just be a little bit cheesy to me. There's still just some cheese there's too much cheese on this pizza, but I'm getting ready to eat it. If they could just take down a layer, there's
I
something
mean,
there. There's a package
she's from South Texas, so like I get her South Texas slang, and I love it, man. She really changed it around when Kevin Nash gave her that critique and said she needs to start working bigger. And
Work bigger.
from the next week on Raw, she started working bigger, and you could tell an instant difference in her matches. And now, hey, you're in Elimination Chamber, and she looked like a monster. Are there any other monsters like her that are with a mean streak? I would either say like Nia Jax, but
That's what I was just about to say. I mean, when I think of like mean streak monsters, at least in the current like actual women's era,
yeah,
because we had monsters prior to her. We can't forget the ones that paved the way.
we got little monsters like Alexa and Liv, but but as far as powerhouses, man, she did her and she played her role.
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Tiffany Stratton eliminates Raquel, and we get down to the two favorites of the match, Rhea and Tiffany. And after they close it out with a solid couple more minutes of action, Rhea Ripley hits the Riptide, wins the chamber, and we're set where we thought we're going. This is what we want to talk about. Jade versus Rhea, WrestleMania 42. Let's talk about it. It's happening, and it's going to be, again, like we were just discussing, it'll be interesting to see where the chemistry lies, but I just have a good feeling in my stomach, given how much Jade improved over the last 2 years and what Rhea Ripley can do at WrestleMania. We got a good match.
Now we have Rhea Ripley falling into a role where she's the veteran now.
Wow.
I've been, at WrestleMania before. I've been in the big matches before. I've been around the world doing promos before. Like, I know what it takes to hold that title and carry the company on my back when maybe the men's champion was weak. And she's gonna carry Jade because just Jade's first time at the big show like that, defending the title. Like, that's big. But like I said, it's Goth Mommy versus superhero, and I'm here for it. I'm all for it.
I'm curious to see where Io, where her path goes, and if it somehow intertwines into this, or if it gets involved with Asuka and Kyrie and all that, or just like that, does she take a vacation? Like that's. But other than that, like I said, a little apprehensive, but no, I'm willing to be cautiously optimistic. And I'm on paper, obviously, it's a really big match. It's Rhea, one of the biggest woman. Like, there's no debating. She's probably the most popular woman in that division. Like, even more so than Becky, who you would expect.
Oh yeah.
To be. So, and then Jade, who again, she's one of the biggest women in that division. So, it'll be interesting to see Who do you guys think gets the win, though? That's what I'm curious about.
Ooh, I think Jade has to win.
Wow, I would go the opposite route,
Um,
honestly.
for her character, she has to win. So this may be for the storyline, right? She needs to up her promos. It's gonna have to
Hmm.
get a lot more personal because Rhea is not one to play with,
Yeah, for sure.
and she'll eat you. She'll eat you up on the mic too.
Yeah.
So, Rhea is money. That's
Yeah.
she's a worldwide superstar, and I think that the company sees that and they say, "Hey, man, maybe we should get that title back on her."
Uh-huh.
But for Jade's character work, I want her to win. Because then what does she get?
Yeah.
Well, then what does she get involved with after if she loses?
Let's see.
The return of Naomi.
My whole thing, and I'm glad to listen to yours first before discussing my like preconceived notion as to why I just assume Rhea would win. Because I mean, it's WrestleMania, it's Rhea Ripley, you know? But at
Yeah.
the same time, like, with Rhea going in as the veteran who's been here before, and with some of the other pieces we're questioning, like, what's Io Sky's stance? Does she even have a stance? Does Io Sky maybe even want to make an appearance in this match? You know, wink, wink, hint, hint, nudge,
Mhm.
nudge. I could see Rhea putting Jade over, or them just at least going in that direction anyway, just so that Jade does look like, okay, this was the right decision to go with this champion. But I mean, I would
Yeah.
still put it like it's 50-50, maybe 60-40 leaning one way,
Or
because
Rhea.
it could go either way.
And that's the
Yeah.
beauty. And that's the beauty of it, right? We don't know
Yeah.
who's gonna win right now. As far
Exactly.
as WWE can be predictable sometimes,
Exactly. Exactly.
so that gives
Yeah.
us a good matchup.
Yeah, that's definitely what I was thinking too. When they first you put it when it first happened, I was like, okay, does Jade win? Does Jade lose? It's very interesting to see. I think Jade has to win. Otherwise, all this bravado and everything, it's like, oh, well, I guess it was for nothing, right?
Right? So I
But
think that one's a W match for WrestleMania for sure.
For sure. And I'm glad we already started to touch on some of the points I want to talk about. Is like there's so much that is predictable, especially when we just talk about Rhea winning the chamber. We all thought number one choice, this is where we're going, but there is some factors of predictability that are getting lost, and that's a great segue into our next match. You know, you see me with the IC title here. AJ Lee wins the IC title off of Becky, and I'm really excited to talk about this match.
Okay.
No surprise at all, though. One surprise that wasn't happening. AJ Lee got a great Chicago pop when she made her
oh yeah,
entrance. When her music hit,
oh yeah, let's light it up.
I didn't even realize like it had been that long since her last singles match. I mean, we
Oh
obviously had
yeah, that
seen her in
was
the
her first
ring.
singles match.
It didn't
Crazy.
click. It didn't click. Like, oh, we haven't seen her in a singles match yet. All these matches she's been back for are group capacity.
And I don't think she looked that great in her tag team matches. I think
Mhm.
she looked a lot better tonight in
she,
her
yeah,
singles competition.
I came into this match expecting it to suck. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
Wow.
I do not see
Same.
this going very well. I was like, this is gonna be the match where I'm like, okay, if I have to go do some things, I gotta take out the trash, whatever.
Wow, that's
I'm
crazy. I still watched it, but that's crazy.
When I watched
it's,
it, I watched it. I watched it. I
yeah.
didn't step away from the TV. I did watch it. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of expected. So I'm glad they didn't go the predictable route, which was Becky cheats, Becky wins, set up a rematch at WrestleMania.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
there still might be a rematch at WrestleMania, but it's not that way. So
It's not the route we expected. Again, on
It
our
wasn't losing your
unpredictability
hometown.
meter.
yeah,
So, but match from the early on, I felt like was clean and well put together, and it wasn't too crazy of a pace. It was just good wrestling.
no,
I think another thing I really liked within this to make it a good match without having to do too much or make this like some spectacular in ring specimen was Becky Lynch took a lot of time in between spots to really utilize her character work and like
Mm,
the
yes,
in-ring storytelling aspect. She's really putting that rivalry story within it, just within the spaces she would come and just do some heel tactics without even touching anybody. It's
how about
great
Jessica
segment.
Carr having to put in some work?
I
oh
mean,
yeah,
I love it.
Come on, she looked. from the beginning of the match, before the bell even rang, she looked exhausted for some reason. Or I don't know if that was her getting in her headspace about like
She's just tired of Becky's shit.
tired of Becky. Yes,
She's
tired of
just
Becky's
tired of her
shit.
shit.
Like she looked like I want to go home already. It was I don't know what it was, but I felt the vibe on her, and then her involvement in the match. I mean, come on.
Great in-ring storytelling from everybody in that squared circle.
Very annoyed from the get-go. And I think,
Yeah.
I think it's underrated how much Becky sells. Like her facial expression, just everything.
Give her another Bexy. Just throw another
Give her
Bexy.
another Bexy, please. Like, it's not just me saying it.
How about Jessica Carr not selling the turnbuckle bump though?
I know Becky exposed that turnbuckle, and I mean, like, even then, she's a trooper.
Mike Chioda would have flown into the rafters.
Yeah. Still, she had to get kicked in the face instead.
Nick Patrick would still be asleep right now.
I'm just saying, Jessica Carr's tougher than both of these men.
Hell yeah.
She's got to get kicked in the face to get
She
put
had to
down.
get kicked in the head. I was like, dang. Because at
So
first I was
AJ
like,
Lee
what is going on? I was like, what is this for then? And then she got kicked in the head. I'm like, okay.
So AJ Lee puts Becky in the Black Widow and makes her tap, but no ref to see it, of course. They fight a bunch with the ref out. Becky even gets a chair in the ring, DDTs AJ on it, manhandle slam, goes for the pin, and we have a kick out. And that was, to me, the big indication of like, oh, wow, so we're like giving this match time too. Like we've invested not only in a long-term storyline, but now we've actually given it some time in the ring. Something that I complained about a lot that we don't get.
And AJ's aura, as far as, okay, now you're at a superstar level where DDT on a chair and a manhandle slam doesn't put you away. Like, that's like Roman. You got to hit him with, 3 crossroads, type shit. So
I'm that motherfucker. Can't say that. I got too much of the swear jar. But that's what she said.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. They pictured that like powerful, but I'm not complaining.
Back to Jessica. How about her just like stopping the last turnbuckle spot altogether? She said, "Nah."
Right? She just put her body in the way. She said, "Nope, I'm not gonna let you do that, Becky."
And then when AJ did it to her,
oh well, I mean,
she just said, "Okay." She didn't even say anything. She just kind of said, "Okay, time to count the pin."
Man, Jessica Carr's going full Aubrey Edwards all the way, just fully involved in this match.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I was watching some stuff back. I didn't even realize or remember that Aubrey Edwards had refereed in one of the Mae Young Classics at one point. I was like, oh yeah, wow. That's crazy. Just it's a little hidden Easter egg there. But yeah, Becky runs into the turnbuckle. AJ puts her in the Black Widow again. She taps out. Everybody sees
almost
it.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, it is what it is. I didn't see it coming, to be honest. Like we were just talking about. I mean, I fully expected, like a lot of people, I'm sure, we're just gonna have Becky win somehow, and we're gonna maybe build this further. Maybe even not. It was just something to get AJ Lee on a big stage and get a pop. But no, they went that direction, and so did not see it coming.
Oh wow, I had AJ winning on my card.
That's interesting. How come?
Yeah. I just figured they're not gonna have her lose. It's not that era anymore where they're gonna have her lose in her hometown. They're gonna get their money's worth. They're gonna give the crowd their money's worth. If you're gonna pay $2,000 for the mid card seats, like
true,
your homegirl's gonna win.
Your homegirl's gonna win.
Homegirl. Telling you now, homegirl's gonna win.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. For that, I mean, that's another thing you point out. It's just we're not in that era anymore. I mean, we change eras every Saturday. I don't know what era we're ever in, but at the same time, I'm expecting it to still be in this era where, like, yeah, that's the way we go, and everything's predictable.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I just got a call, guys. I got a call from Triple H. We're in a new era.
Oh, it's what we do. It's what we do.
It's what we do.
Lucha got a call from AAA. Coming this weekend.
Oh yeah, AAA, Arlington, Texas. El Toro Sinaloense. See you there Saturday, March 7th. Oh shit! you who put a quarter in me?
It's just sometimes you gotta plug it in one time.
Right.
Bro. Pay the man.
Martinez Entertainment. Shout out Rocky Blake. Hey.
CM Punk, Finn Balor, World Heavyweight title, and not to be too predictable, we're on the other side of the predictability meter, but come on, it's Chicago. We all know CM Punk is retaining the World Heavyweight title in Chicago.
Predictability, right?
Wish so much that was not the case. And it's not even a dig at CM Punk right now. I wish we could bring a little bit of validity back to Finn Balor.
He'll get there. We'll get it back somewhere, somehow. It couldn't be here, obviously. This wasn't the place where that was going to happen. Any other city. If we were in, Roanoke, Virginia, maybe we could have had a surprise moment here, but this ain't Virginia.
One thing, I'm not a fan of AJ Lee or her husband. So, like, his entrance, which I thought was super cool.
Yeah, I'll get into that in a second.
I was still like, I need you to retire already, bud.
Stop. I get it's like, because again, it's been no secret since the start of this program. I'm on both sides of the fence. I'm in the middle. Yay me! But you thought AJ Lee got a Chicago pop, the second city. Like, what do you expect? And to come out to the signature Bulls entrance and the theme with Ray Clay introducing you, like, to me personally, like, that's as legendary as it gets, and that was awesome.
Give me a hell yeah!
I had a Chicago
really
pop
cool.
myself, and I mean, as you can see, I showed up to the episode representing because I wanted to show a little love and pride myself. So that was just awesome. Match had a big fight feel, and that feeling never even left. It felt like this match to me felt like an old school, no nonsense heavyweight championship wrestling match.
Yeah, it was a little too predictable for my liking. I love it when wrestlers have a lot of different moves in their arsenals, but like I called every single sequence and spot, and I'm like,
wow,
this is the third time this is happening in this match.
And I feel like that's all CM Punk's fault.
Ooh, I don't think it is, and I'll tell you what.
Go ahead. Come on, give it to me. I'll come back.
Familiar with Balor's time as Prince Devitt, okay? All right? But from what I have seen of him in WWE, he hit every move that I've ever seen him hit in WWE. So it's like,
we did see a good amount of sling blades, right?
And he got in a lot of sling blades. He got like 2 or 3 John Woos in there. All these coup de grace. He got the 1916 in there. That was pretty nice.
Well, I think one note I have that I'm noticing too kind of separates this is like the match was good, and at the early parts, like I said, no nonsense. It has that slower pace, and even when like we get to the better spots mid-match, it's still a slow pace. But when we get further along into the match and starts to be like this great match, it gets faster pace. And where does the faster pace benefit, or rather, I should say, whom? Finn Balor. As soon as that pace switched to a fast-paced match, you see Finn Balor like controlling most of the spots and how they're handled. And so it makes a significant difference. But at the same time, I from my standpoint, I still said, CM Punk obviously not in the same shape he was back 14 years ago, but he still handled the finish of that match pretty well to finish that out.
I think kind of the opposite. I think that was a sloppy finish. First, the roll into the sharpshooter. If you haven't practiced that and you're not going to hit it right, he kept trying to readjust his grip. I'm like, man, you love Bret Hart so much. You should have hit that. And then he tried to like lazily do it again. Like just hit the sharpshooter again where Finn started kicking him. I didn't like that. And then we roll into the finish, which I don't know. It didn't. It fell flat to me.
The only defense I'll make, it's not even that I have to defend CM Punk, nor do I necessarily want to defend CM Punk today. I don't see that. But I will say, if I got put through the barricade like that, I would probably have a hard time finishing the match. He got sent through the barricade.
Okay, but no, I want my champion. I want my champion to look like he's. I don't know. I'm just dreading Monday night when we have to hear both of these dingleberries talk about how they're the greatest power couple and they're the best in the world champions.
The dingleberries.
Both of them. AJ Lee and CM Punk.
He brought Dingleberry into this. Yo.
What?
I can't cite him, but Josh knows. Josh knows.
All in all, though, they do a really good job within this match. Despite it being in Chicago and we know CM Punk's winning, they do a great job making Finn Balor look like he could potentially beat CM Punk in this match.
Yeah, I wanted to believe so much, and there were times where I was like, maybe. But I knew
I mean, he
better.
just looked to me. He looked way more dangerous in all the spots than CM Punk. When CM Punk hit his spots, it was kind of just like okay, like
Because he
There
is. He's
were
dangerous.
yeah,
I
there were a couple of
guess.
spots that Punk hit that I was like, did you just barely tapped him? You just barely tapped him.
Thank you, Dylan. Thank you. I'm telling you, retire. I can't wait till Gunther puts him to
But
sleep.
see here,
Make him
okay,
tap
okay,
in
hold
Chicago.
on.
Make him tap in Chicago.
Okay, wait a minute. I
Book it,
think
Triple H.
Punk is best for business. I genuinely think CM Punk is doing. I almost think he's doing what Cody Rhodes wanted to do, but is now having a hard time doing without a belt, and that's carrying the company. I genuinely feel that.
You think CM Punk's
Well,
carrying the company right now?
I think he like not alone. I don't think anyone's carrying it alone at this point. I don't even
For
think
sure.
Cody Rhodes was carrying it alone when he did.
But on
But
this, on the argument of like where CM Punk could be, I mean, he's showing up at all the house shows as the world champion. He's
Okay.
showing up literally every single week and doing what the champion of past would do anyway. So
Yeah.
there's
All
a
right,
lot of
Punk.
weight.
I'll
he
give
is-
you credit where credit's due.
I
But
mean, we talk about it all the time. Like, there's that line where it's like, there's a lot I could sit here and say that I don't like about Phil Brooks, and it's no secret. I don't necessarily have to, at least in the terms of being unbiased and just talking about where his stance is at and being the champion and part of the company. And at least just in this match at Elimination Chamber, at least I'll keep it unbiased and say, like, he's doing a hell of a job. And I'll go back to when he even showed up at Survivor Series in Chicago. Who even thought we would be here? I never thought this would even be a reality we'd be living in. This timeline's weird to me.
Ding dong, hello.
it is kind of out there, and like again, same thing here. Like he really rubbed me the wrong way with a couple of things he said and did backstage at AEW. So like for him to be here, for me to have, I'm not even defending him. I'm just like putting my 2 cents in about what I see and I feel. Yeah, I think he's doing a hell of a job. And it'll be fun to see Roman take the title off him.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely
Another
need to get that
thing-
belt off him.
I want to get into Roman and Punk a little bit before we get to the chamber, but one thing I wanted to touch on too before we just, kick Finn Balor to the curb.
Oh yeah.
I liked after the match that they
The
shook
respect.
hands, and I really wanted to see, is there something more to Finn Balor we could be seeing in the road to WrestleMania that involves him full-fledged, getting out of the Judgment Day as a
Oh yeah,
babyface?
definitely. Dom's gonna turn on him eventually. This is
Mhm.
coming. This has got to be coming.
Yeah, that's the only. Which I'm so tired of, like the inner turmoil within the Judgment Day and specifically Finn's involvement in that, because I'm like, just
Like-
pull the trigger already.
Right?
Let's move
Yeah.
on.
Like, let's get Bullet Club.
It's been a while.
And like, he didn't care. He would cut your throat right in front of you, right in front of your girlfriend. Let's do it.
So let's give me NXT. Give me like turning on Gargano, like the Pele kick to Gargano NXT Balor. That's what I want.
Yeah, and
least.
I do hope it is Finn Balor turning on Dom and not Dom turning on Finn Balor.
Yeah.
In consensus, though, to Roman Reigns and CM Punk,
Mhm.
what I'm gathering is that the general consensus is we're not excited for it, is what you're saying.
Well-
We're to the Zebro match.
I'm talking about CM Punk tonight and just my general thoughts on his performance. I'm just never impressed.
Yeah.
Am I excited for the match in itself? I'm a man of moments as well. Roman versus CM Punk. I know in the grand scheme of things, in the thousands and thousands of fans, millions watching across the world, they want this match. So the excitement is going to be built in with it. We're going to see the promos. Hopefully, Phil Brooks is on his A game with his promos, and Roman, I think Roman's pretty good now. So that's what I'm excited for. I'm still excited for the match just because of the buildup and I guess the anticipation of it, but I'm not going to be.
They've
I don't
done a
think-
great job of making it seem big, right?
Yeah,
This is a dream match. Everyone wants to see.
everybody wants to see it. We've been waiting for this forever.
It's crazy to think that they're doing it without Paul Heyman, too, with Paul Heyman being such a key piece of both of those guys' involvement.
And who's to say he doesn't get involved, right? We still got
You,
time.
you never know with him, but he's got his hands full. We'll get into that in a second. He's got his hands full.
He's also got his hands in a bunch of pots and pans, man.
Pots and
Yeah.
pans and WrestleMania plans.
Mm-hmm.
I think the match is gonna be like Lucha said, moments. I don't think like the in-ring work's gonna be anything to write home about, but I think there should be some fun moments in it, and hopefully they'll build it up. Hopefully we get some amazing promos from them building it up. Like I hope CM Punk's on his game. I hope he has some really sick burns. I hope Roman, with the aura.
But I don't get to write home about it? Damn. Can't even write my family and let them know Roman Reigns, CM Punk, the Z-Bros match is main event of WrestleMania 42.
I'm gonna be honest. There's not a single match of the three that we have that we know about up to this point in this pay-per-view that I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be a great, amazing match. I think they're going from like solid, good to the moments will be good. So yeah, that's my.
I really think that Roman is gonna carry CM Punk. I mentioned this in a group chat with some other wrestling buddies of mine, and I said Roman's gonna carry that match, which is wrong already in and of itself. As much of a veteran as CM Punk is, like he should be the one calling the match and carrying it, but I just don't see him up to snuff with that. Like I think Roman's on a different level, and it's not even glazing Roman too much where I'm like, oh yeah, Roman's the best and blah blah. I'm just thinking like he's gonna carry the match because CM Punk can't keep up. But that's my take on that.
Well, my note I was going to slide in there is like going back to what we're getting out of this and what's going to take us into our next series of events we're going to get into is WWE has read the room as far as we know the predictability meter has been too high for too long. And so it's starting to slide to unpredictable factors. And so that's what makes these things on paper maybe not seem like a good build to WrestleMania, but we might end up at WrestleMania saying like, oh man, we didn't see this coming. So I have optimism.
Yeah.
I have optimism. The next thing on the list we got to talk about was what was in the box. Of course, what's in the box?
Oh no!
It was indeed, and I want to. Viewers don't know this because it's hidden away in the archives. It'll be released months and months away from now in the paid member only stuff when we do pre-show. But we talked for almost 3 hours about it being anything but what it actually was. Indeed, after all, Danhausen with a spectacular presentation to introduce him. Whether Chicago liked it or not, Chicago maybe wasn't feeling it too hard.
No pop. First off, no pop.
He got a small pop.
Small pop?
And then they realized who it was, and then they were like, oh.
And then they started booing him. They booed him.
Yeah, they started booing him. Yeah, they didn't want that.
Well, damn, Chicago.
Imagine having to be the guy in the crowd and being like, the guy next to you is like, who is this guy? And then you're like, oh, he used to be in AEW. And they're like, what? Like,
what's an AEW?
Right? Like, come on, man.
Not in Chicago. Because AEW was built off the back of Chicago.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. Like I get now. I didn't even think about that aspect until now. Like, oh, duh.
How many sickles were there, though?
They did a lot of stuff in Chicago, though. Surely, if anyone was gonna know who Danhausen is, I mean, isn't there like a big stink about the fact that he's also like a big friend of CM Punk's? Like,
he is that. He definitely is a big fan and friend.
I didn't even remember that now. Boo, Danhausen even more. Boo! No, just kidding.
I
like me some very evil, very nice, but it was Danhausen. The Hausenettes were my favorite part. I think they did a fantastic job.
So I found amusement in the fact that, okay, my initial assumption was, oh, we're going to open this box backstage, like nothing's going to be in it, and then Danhausen is going to walk up and be like, no, was that for me? Sorry. And then, like, that's it. But
wow, we got spectacular.
Grand.
I kind of called it, man.
I laughed at how grandiose it was. Just
right.
Hand Michael Cole a jar of teeth, dance with some female Danhausens,
and then gone.
And then disappear. Like literally disappear.
Like I remember saying and when we were talking about that 3 hour clip about how like are they gonna wheel him to the entrance? Are they gonna I want them to just like the doors fall down and the smoke comes out and then blah blah. So it was kind of I did get kind of that, so I was kind of giddy when I was watching it, and I saw the coffin and I immediately knew I was like, all right, cool. And then the presentation with the House of Nets coming out, I loved it. So I was laughing. I was laughing up until he started walking to the ring, and then I realized I said, "Oh, they don't know who the hell he is," or now they're booing him. I was like,
See?
"Oh, I'm like, get out of there!" I'm like, "Get out of there now! Go run!" Like,
Abort.
right?
I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I was mildly amused, but I felt really bad when they started booing. I was like, oh no.
I also
Yeah.
feel that he should have came in better shape. I'm not too big of a body guy, but I think once you step up, as far as the new guys that come in, Jacob Fatu is a good example where he started out a little heavier, leaned up, toned up as much as he could, and now he looks like solid and is more of a threat.
You imagine Danhausen coming in looking like a Samoan werewolf? It would
Not
be
that much, but
so
I mean,
out of pocket.
lean out a little bit. Like, don't look soft in the mid belly.
He comes out looking like jacked as hell.
Oh, you're very evil, very nice with the same voice and everything, man.
It's Jackhausen.
Jagdhausen, I'm not against it. And you want to make money, bro. I'm saying you got to
Oh,
look
I'm
the part.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Is he gonna
We'll see
wrestle?
where it goes, though. Good comedy act. I
Is he
hope-
what?
Is he gonna wrestle?
That's the thing. I'm saying good comedy act, but I hope that they let him wrestle because he is a really fantastic
Yeah.
athlete and wrestler. So
He
he's
can
got a
wrestle.
great move set. Like I love it. I see him in the Indies and I'm like, man, this guy's cool. He's got some lucha aspect to him. So
We have a full Danhausen match on the YouTube page. If you guys want to go find it, we have a full Danhausen ROH match on there. It was one of the last times I saw him wrestle, period.
check it out, guys.
Yeah. Shameless plug and everything.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what they wanted to get out of it, so that's why I said, is he gonna wrestle? Because
We'll see what they'll get out of it. We'll see.
Oh, we're gonna get a series of vignettes. And,
Like,
and you know what's great is now we're gonna get Danhausen with WWE production. He's got some WWE money. Like AEW had decent stuff, but it was more backstage. Him coming out of the shadows. Like they
Yeah.
have the money to do a whole like set for him.
And it
but
felt like a good fit.
Yeah.
there's also the possibility that they just do AI stuff with him.
Or nah. We could
no,
not.
I didn't think of that.
Part time, bruv.
No.
Nah.
He's the
I mean, they'll do that regardless, but not in the context of where it's going to take away from Danhausen getting to be the Danhausen character on WWE television.
Yeah, I guess.
I want to see like old Elvira style vignettes with him.
We're just going to have to let it play out.
Right?
And that same note can be said for this men's elimination chamber and where it's going to end up. And I'm excited more so to talk about what we're going to talk about at the end of this, but let's dive into our chamber a little bit. Curveball result of Randy Orton winning the 2026 men's elimination chamber.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And
Did not see it coming.
Freaking
I think
Number
we were all
15. He's coming for
Yeah.
number 15, baby.
Buckle up, Teddy.
yeah.
kind of thought he was going to get it. So, yeah.
Which really surprised me because he lost the match on SmackDown a few weeks ago where Drew McIntyre cost him the match. But when he lost, I didn't feel the magnitude of, damn, Randy Orton just lost. Like, that guy never loses or something like that. Like, I didn't feel that magnitude. So I didn't think he was going to win Elimination Chamber with that. I was like, dang, maybe they're just using him as whatever, like putting guys over, right?
Yeah. I mean,
And
for where he's at in his
so
career.
this really, really made me happy. I was like, all right, cool. Give him his flowers, man. He needs his 15th.
Mhm.
And we don't have, I mean, nothing against Drew right now, but he's not the strongest champion.
I still don't
Which-
think completely his fault.
Yeah, I was about to say, which I feel like some of where this road to WrestleMania is going to build is going to really see how much of that is true or false. I feel like we're going to see who he is as a champion.
Yeah.
But as pertains to the chamber, because again, I want to talk about the build, but I want to talk about it after the chamber specifically.
Yeah.
Within the chamber, we started out with Javon Evans and Cody Rhodes, and it is 5 minutes of excitement. It was a good 5 minutes of excitement. I'm really excited to see. I don't again, there's a lot outside of the ring that has kind of soured me towards Javon Evans, but I'm really liking sort of where they're taking this package. I feel like they leaned less into the young OG thing and leaned more into this is a phenomenal athlete who you're gonna see doing spectacular things on WWE for a long time, God willing. So
I
I
mean,
like where he's at.
the gimmick itself, of course, Young OG with Contradiction City, right?
Yeah,
But I like that they are leaning less into that and more into his exuberance, his being unapologetically just excited all the time because
Yeah.
Happy to be there and show out.
Yeah, great point.
Loves him. Like I want to watch this product more because this man is being excited all the time.
Yeah.
So like I love it. And of course, like you said, amazing athlete, and he's also not afraid to take hella bumps.
Hella bumps, and he sells great.
Yeah, some crazy ones. He takes some crazy ones. Not even just talking about like in this match, just period.
Just period, yeah. And he
Yeah.
gets so high. I saw him do a moonsault where he missed it but landed on his feet. And I posted on one of the recaps. And he's like, gotta be like 15 feet in the air. The referee is looking up at him. And he's still in a vertical space. And I said, man, that is just I'd never seen that before. I had never seen that in a camera spot. Like, it's amazing. I thought he was actually gonna do a little more in the Elimination Chamber.
A little bit.
I thought I was gonna see some crazier spots. We see, jumping off the pods and all that. But I think we see all that. I think we see that in every Elimination Chamber. So I wanted to see something a little more innovative. But he's money.
Participant number 3 in the Elimination Chamber is Trick Williams. He looked great in the chamber as well. Had a great showing. Logan Paul comes in the chamber 4th, and he gets jumped on sight. Something I think everybody just wanted and needed to see on this Saturday.
Thank you.
LA Knight comes in the chamber 5th, and it makes Wade Barrett's loins tingle. Do with that what you will. We see LA Knight give Javon Evans a BFT on top of Randy Orton's pod, and that's who comes out last right after is Randy Orton. And he comes out and does a lot of Randy stuff.
Yes, so much Randy stuff. It's great.
Draping
Randy still
DDT.
doing it. Yeah, at this level and just everything. I love how this match. It's still crazy to me how young Javon Evans is, and he's already on the main roster. He's already main eventing a pay-per-view. Like one of the bigger ones before WrestleMania. Same thing with like Trick. So soon after coming to the main roster, and now he's like main eventing a pay-per-view. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But also seeing like the old OG still doing it and still
because the two generals in there were Randy and Cody.
Yeah.
They were manning the whole match for the young guys with Trick Williams and even LA Knight. Like,
and Javon Evans does the frog splash off the pod. It's still a pretty decent spot, at least for. I felt like, at least for nostalgia's sake, it was a nice callback from the first Elimination Chamber. The first Elimination Chamber, the last one. Not the last one ever, of course, but.
Looked like it hurt.
Yeah, it's never supposed to tickle.
that landing was.
No, he's fine. He's fine.
LA Knight gets eliminated second after his best efforts, minus a trip on the top rope.
Oh, slipping off the top rope, man!
I have to point this out.
Cursed.
He's cursed. Exactly. He can really go. He can go, but there's just like every so often he has like one big botch where it's not even like it hurts anyone. It's just like a slip like that, and it's like.
And it's only embarrassing to him. It's only embarrassing to him because he goes to the back and hates himself because of that spot.
It's almost like reflecting where his career is at. Always getting to that like the precipice and then just falling
not going right
and tripping back down to the bottom. Like same thing. It's like but he still lands on his feet and he still keeps going. And
you could tell when he missed it, and then he kind of like paused a little bit, like and then he stomped on him. But It was like, man, I hate seeing that for him because
Yeah.
we've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
Uh,
Trick Williams, lemon pepper steps into a crossroads and gets eliminated as well. He gets eliminated third.
I had a lot of people wanting Trick Williams to win or thinking that he was going to win.
That's
It
crazy.
surprised me. Surprised me. They said no, like
That's crazy.
a lot of online chatters saying that he's, he's ready, he's good on the mic, he's good in the ring, blah blah. And I'm like, man, I was like, he's not ready to carry the weight of the company right now, and he can't go to WrestleMania to lose. Like y'all crazy. So I don't know. I just feel like there was a good amount of people that I saw that were like, Trick Williams is gonna win.
No,
that?
lemon pepper steps into a crossroads.
Nope.
Fickle. They're fickle.
We see another random masked man try and climb the chamber, but he gets escorted out right away. And then a separate masked man steps into the chamber, stomps Paul, and helps get him eliminated. Takes off the mask, and it is Seth Rollins, which sent Paul Heyman into a panic attack at ringside.
Oh my god. I am so glad that this angle is finally
Done.
over and done with. I was praying for Seth Rollins to come back and just stomp him, and everything that I prayed for happened. So thank you, wrestling gods. Thank you. I'm just
I wouldn't
glad
say it's done with, though.
done with.
I mean, we're still going
Not the
main.
story, but now we don't have a masked man to worry about. And who is it? And blah blah. Like, oh man.
See, I was really kind of hoping, and like even though I don't like the guy, I was kind of hoping before it was already it was deconfirmed because of one of the masked men attacked him. I was kind of hoping they would subvert and like Logan Paul would be behind, having taken out Theory when it initially happened.
Oh yeah.
Like again, don't like the guy. I don't advocate for stuff like this. But if you're going to have to use him, at least do it creatively. But I think getting it out of the way, and I do appreciate the effort they went to at least try and subvert, and be like, hey, look, there's this, and like only people like us would know who these people are. They know that they are trainees of Seth Rollins.
And I think the whole thing was they were all decoys. When everybody was guessing, all of them were decoys until the actual Seth
Which
Rollins
people
did.
were guessing. A lot of
Yeah.
people did assume like they were just decoys until Seth Rollins was ready.
And I think that I think that Grayson Waller probably did that one a couple Mondays ago. So it was just all decoys, and I'm tired of the whole Trick Williams is hurt at the entrance, and like then that's just too predictable. Like we're waiting for the other masked guy to show up. That's what I was waiting for. I said, okay, they escorted the one guy. Where's the next one? Where is he? He's coming, obviously. So I don't know. That was kind of a little predictable in the match for me. But I'm glad it happened. I was like, good, got it out of the way, and we got Logan Paul out of there. So
And then we get to Rhodes and Orton as our final two, which is like a nice sentimental moment for at least 1 second until Drew McIntyre comes in and interferes, attacking Cody Rhodes, and it leads him into getting RKO'd and Crossroads, and then as quick as lightning, dude, Randy Orton, like old school style Randy Orton, quick as lightning, RKO out of nowhere, wins the Elimination Chamber.
Yep. I think I blinked and I heard the bell ring and I was like, whoa, what happened?
Literally like old times, just like old times.
Yeah.
Man.
Which was a really good feel-good moment. Like I was so happy. I was so relieved that Randy won. Even though I thought the predictability of Cody was going to be the winner, it was really good. It was a really good serve.
I think that whole sequence there, the whole leaving the chamber open and letting all these people in, but first of all, I love that they're at least giving McIntyre some sort of consistency.
Okay.
I'd like that, and I like that. Again, Randy win, and I didn't see it coming, and so I have no idea what to expect now. It's like, okay, well, what does Cody do? Where does Cody go from here?
Where's Jacob Fatu?
I mean, it was something we discussed before we'd even gotten into the whole pay-per-view start. We kind of wondered, we hate just assuming everything's going to end in a triple threat the way we kind of did talking amongst each other, especially when we were at the Rumble episode. That was something we'd brought up. But it looked like, okay, something's building with Drew, Cody, Jacob. There's got to be some sort of triple threat. Cody's winning the chamber. We'll figure it out. Orton just threw the curveball of the century in there. So now we're like, is it wrong to assume a fatal four? Are we doing too much? There's so many questions I have.
That's a very high possibility too. How do we get there? Is my question.
And that's what I mean. This is going to show us who Drew McIntyre is as a champion and how predictable versus unpredictable WWE is actually going to play this out, because it could go several different ways.
Because now Randy has to have a reason to allow these other people to get in the match.
Yeah.
Right? Like Jacob and Cody, I don't know if they got to start fighting with Randy too. And just, what is it going to take if Jacob says, "Oh, if I can't get to Drew, then I'm going to attack Randy Orton. I'm going to take him out." And then they keep beefing, and then Nick Aldis is forced to just say, "Well, it's going to be a fatal 4-way now." Like,
and it's a ladder match.
Oh my God.
Hold on, sorry.
Texas Bull Rope.
Just make it, dude. I'll make it whatever.
A 4-way Texas Bull Rope. Let's go.
Fatal 4-way. Hell in a Cell.
Teeth in a jar.
No. This is a blood feud now. It's getting to be a blood feud. Who took out Jey Uso, right?
Me.
All these mysteries. I'm kind of tired of the mysteries. Like, who took out Jey Uso? What's going on? And who was the masked man? I don't know. We need to get off the mystery kick.
Sami Zayn took out Jey Uso. There. Mystery solved.
Right.
As he should.
All right, so everybody knows how this works. I'm going to give my final pay-per-view thoughts and then pass it around a little bit. And the way I would start this out is I would say in so many aspects, not as bad PR image-wise as it could have been, which does not make up for the fact of what's actually going on behind the scenes. So nobody's trying to justify that. But on the parts that are more of my job to grade, which is the event itself and the matches on it, I had a more difficult time with this one. I felt like the mid-card was real strong and held the belly of the event up well. The women's chamber was real good, but not spectacular like the last 2 years, which I felt like the last few women's chambers were just so good that the bar was just set really high for them. So all in all, it was still a really good chamber. The men's chamber was better than the low bar I had set for that, and it had its moments for sure. So I was a little bit more pleased with it than I anticipated. I'm left with more intrigue than feeling over predictability. So that was something that I was like, that deserves some kudos. I think final pay-per-view rating, all in all, I give it a 3 1/4 star for Elimination Chamber 2026.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give them fast and in a hurry. So 3 stars. Again, like you said, predictability not there, so that's great. I like a lot what they're doing. The women's match was pretty good. I thought it was a little fast. The men's match has some pretty crazy moments. I did enjoy all the run-ins. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker for run-ins. Big card matches were great. Yeah. 3 stars.
All right.
And 1/4.
No.
All right. My turn. I wasn't impressed with this pay-per-view. I think the women's match was nice, but I was more invested in just certain characters as opposed to the match as a whole at the end. I do like that Rio won. I'm excited for the outcome more than I am for the match itself. I'm not a fan of AJ Lee. I've never been a fan of AJ Lee. I've never been a fan of CM Punk. So those 2 matches to me, they needed to be really, really good for me to enjoy them. I think they both were okay. Like I said, they didn't impress me. Then the men's elimination chamber, I wasn't happy with the run-ins. I wasn't, I think Trick could have done a little more. I think we didn't really see a lot of innovative spots that we haven't seen in the elimination chamber before. And I think we need to get to an era where you need to give us more for our money. And that's putting it on the bookers. That's putting it on the talent as well. But I don't know whose fault that is. I am very happy that Randy Orton won. So that's the good takeaway of that. I'm happy for the storylines that are going to continue. I give it 2.75 on the star scale.
Okay.
And this pay-per-view made me more excited for AEW Revolution coming up. Just saying.
This guy.
I like that it ended with like 2.75, 3 star, 3 1/4. Like there's a window in there. So you guys have a general rating. I mean, 3 star average rating pay-per-view. maybe not the best chamber, but it is, again, a stop on the road to WrestleMania that we can at least enjoy and gives us more of an idea of what we're looking at when we look at the big picture of Mania. So we'll see where we end up when that episode comes around.